Alrighty, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching the daily series of Nwadei MMA. Actually, it's not the daily series. It's actually a little bit different. You're watching the live stream series of Nwadei MMA, where we go live every Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time. If you're Eastern Time, then it'll be 11 p.m. Yeah, sorry, it's late, but we like to do these things after training. I do it that way I can react to the press conference, UFC 299 press conference. I'm going to give you guys my predictions. I know I've been behind on the ultimate breakdowns. Y'all probably wanted to see more of these breakdowns for UFC 299, but I just couldn't get to it. I'm going to try my best to do UFC 300 early, but we had a lot of different fights going on this weekend. I mean, we have Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua happening tomorrow. We had the PFL Paris going on today with Cedric Doumbe and Baki. We have UFC 299 tomorrow. So, combat sports, we have a lot going on, so there was a lot to look at, a lot to talk about. And we've also been very busy with the Will versus the Way podcast. As you can see, we're willing like a villain to get shit done. You know what I'm talking about. We have the merch coming out. If you want that merch to be available to you guys, just leave a comment down below in the comment section, and I'll try my best to get that out. But for now, they're exclusive for us only, and they just look cool. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into the UFC 299 predictions on this live stream. We're also gonna talk about the one championship card, one fight night 20. It's an all girls card, but it's different from the UFC girls fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because we have Muay Thai in 4-ounce gloves. We have kickboxing. We have MMA. And these girls in one championship, they really throw down. Now, UFC's girl competition is getting better. It was great at one point in time, and then it started getting a little lackluster. The flyweight division and strawweight division are still cool, but bantamweight division is very weak. But one championship has some girls that really throw down. So many world champions in one championship, and it's a really exciting card that I want to talk about. So first, we are going to talk about UFC 299, though. I think that's what we're all here for, or a lot of us are here for. We want to know, with such a good card, with such a stacked card, not only how it compares up to UFC 300, but who wins on the card. So first, we're going to, of course, start with the early prelims. I'm going to try and blow through the prelims, blow through the early prelims, and then get to the main card. That way, we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you guys maybe some of my top picks or some of the people I'm most confident in as well, just in case you guys are trying to make some bets. And then also, guys, remember, as the fights are going on, stay tuned for my community posts, because I will be sharing with y'all a parlay that I might be using. That way y'all can maybe make the same parlay as me, and if we win money, we will all win money together. You know what I'm talking about? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the UFC 299 predictions. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate all you guys tuning in live. This is going to go ahead and be dropped afterwards as well. So if you have to sign off for a little bit, no worries. You're not missing anything too crazy. But, if you're here live, ask me any questions. I'll get to you as soon as possible. I'm going to be checking in on the chat as well. That way I could talk to you guys live. But for now, go ahead and give the stream a thumbs up and say what's up to your boy. Let me know what's on your mind, man. How'd y'all like that UFC 299 press conference as we get into the UFC 299 predictions? Again, sorry I couldn't break all of them down with my in-depth fight analysis, but I'm going to do the best to give you guys the best picks right now. So, Karine Silva and Lauren Murphy were supposed to fight on this card. I think Lauren Murphy had to pull out, and she is now cut from the UFC. That's absolutely expected, to be honest. You know what's really crazy? Carla Esparza got cut after losing the belt to who she lose the belt to? That's right, Zhang Weili. After losing the belt to Zhang Weili, she got cut from the UFC. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if she retired. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but she got cut. Now, first fight on the card, Mariana Moroz Coming off of that, lost to Karine Silva, fighting against Joanne Wood, or Joanne Calderwood. Yeah, anyways, I'm probably going to be taking Marina Moroz. Joanne Calderwood is a very good, uh, she has very good kickboxing, known for her hands, and then her arm bars aren't too bad either, but she's been, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, she's 38 years old, but she's also been submitted quite a few times. Um, yep, got submitted by Alexa Grasso, got submitted by Jennifer Maya. Mariana Moroz has a solid ground game. She has submitted, make sure this shit isn't playing in y'all's ear, because that would fucking suck. Yeah, anyways, she has submitted, Courtney Silva back in the day. She has really nasty arm bars and really good striking as well. That's really what she's known for, Mariana Moroz. And so yeah, I'm choosing Mariana Moroz for this one. Let me go ahead and get back to the card. My bad, guys. Okay, back to the early prelims. So I got Mariana Moroz over Joanne Calderwood. Yeah, Joanne, I think she's coming up on her last couple of fights. But then we also got CJ Vergara versus Asu Almabayev. Asu Almabayev is coming off of a submission win over Ode Osborne. That was a very good win for him. And, while he's a very small flyweight, even for flyweight, he's going up against a guy in CJ Vergara who has gone against the who's who in the flyweight division on the Houston scene. He's coming from Fury FC. He had one of the comeback of the years, and one of the fight of the years in Fury FC. He also had a comeback of the year contender in the UFC. I'm not sure if he won it or not, but I know that man, he never fails to put on an exciting fight, and you can never really count him out. However, while he is a Houston native and your boy, is from Houston, I might be taking Asu Almabayev. Man, his ground game really looks legit. He looks like he knows where he wants to be, and he's not going to take any risks, man. CJ Vergara, while he is in dogfights, he's in dogfights because he also gets hit a lot, and he likes to commit to a lot of his shots. I feel like Asu Almabayev will be able to take him down, put some work on him, tire him out. CJ Vergara is never really out of a fight. I'm probably taking Asu Almabayev by unanimous decision. I don't think there's going to be a finish in that fight. There's hardly ever finishes with flyweight fights, so that's my pick for that one. Robelis Despain versus Josh Parisian. Now, if you guys don't know who Robelis Despain is, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight because I've watched this guy live, actually. He's also coming out of Houston, Texas. He fought for Fury FC. Peep this. 4-0, right? He's 35 now. It's heavyweight prime, right? 6'6". He's not actually 6'6", actually. He's 6'7", with an 85-inch reach, not an 84-inch reach. He's 6'7", 85-inch reach. I've seen this guy in person. He is huge. He's absolutely ridiculous, and he's mean. So, Josh Parisian, if I'm to give him advice, don't come out and touch gloves with him because you will get head kicked. He is a bronze medalist in Taekwondo for the Olympics. He has serious knockout power. I mean, one person he reminds me of actually is Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou was coming out and knocking people out, and it's very similar to Robelis Despain. Robelis Despain still hasn't gotten out of the first round. I think in 4 wins, he has an average fight time of 19 seconds. Yeah, average fight time of 19 seconds in 4 fights. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. If he doesn't catch you with a kick, he'll catch you with the hands. I've seen him put out other giants like Miles Banks, who was on the UFC radar before getting knocked out by Robelis Despain. So if there's a chance that Robelis Despain is going to lose, it'll probably be on the ground. Josh Parisian. Let's actually take a look at a couple of his past fights. Let's see if they're throwing him into the... Okay, so he got submitted by Martin Boudet. He lost to Jamal Pogues. He knocked out Alan Boudreaux. That's good. Dontel Mays knocked him out. Okay. Yeah, not looking good. I think this might be a setup fight. Getting Robelis Despain's feet wet. I'm taking Robelis Despain, first round knockout. He's going to shock everybody and get his name on the map. Good card to be on. UFC 299. That's going to bring a name to the heavyweight division. Next, We have Michel Pereira versus Mikhail Oleszejczyk. Now, I might be varying from a lot of you guys with this pick. I'm choosing Mikhail Oleszejczyk. Michael, Michel Pereira, now, very fun style, very big, even for a middleweight division. He's moving up from welterweight. His last fight was at middleweight. He actually did very well. If we're pulling up his last fight, he fought against Andre Petroski and knocked him out. I mean, not many people are knocking out a guy like Andre Petroski. Such a good grappler, too. But right now, he's fighting another striker in Michal Oleszejczyk, and Michal Oleszejczyk is a legit kickboxer. He doesn't fuck around, man. I'm taking Michal Oleszejczyk. I think Michel Pereira, he plays around too much. I could see Michal Oleszejczyk winning a decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just an all-out war slugfest and Michal comes out on top. So I'm taking Michal Oleszejczyk in that one. Michael Pereira though, or Michel Pereira, is a very exciting fight. I'm so glad that he's on this card. Next, Iwan Cutelaba is taking on Philip Lins. I don't like Hulk. I'm going Philip Lins. Or Felipe Lins. Yeah, Iwan Cutelaba. I feel like he's more show than he is action. Uh, maybe don't bet on that one. Okay, Kyler Phillips versus Pedro Munoz. Kyler Phillips is another guy coming out of Sean O'Malley's camp over there out of Arizona. He's on a bit of a win streak, man. If I remember correctly, I think it's like a 5-5 win streak. Let me go ahead and check this. Yeah, so he beat Raoni Barcelos. That was a good win. Beat him by decision. Marcelo Rojo beat him by submission. He has a really good ground game. He lost to Javier Paiva. Okay, maybe not a 5-5 win streak. Beat Song Yadong by decision. Yeah, Kyle Phillips is a legit threat. Really good jiu-jitsu. However, man, dude, going against a guy like Pedro Munoz, I think this might be a learning step for him. Pedro Munoz has some legit boxing. He got outboxed by Aldo, but every fight it just seems like he gets better. He's a really true vet. He's hard as nails, tough as nails, really good chin. It's not like you're gonna just put this guy out. Kyler Phillips, I see him probably shooting, trying to get Pedro down, but Pedro has a nasty guillotine and good jiu-jitsu as well. Man, it's just a tough fight. It's a tough fight going against a guy like Pedro Munoz. Now, Sean O'Malley did already prepare for him. So they have a little bit of insight. Pedro is 37. Kyler Phillips is 28. I still feel like Pedro could get this one done, man. I don't know. Is it just me? Am I tripping? The way he outboxed Chris Gutierrez was very impressive to me. What else? He did lose to Dominic Cruz. That was a little embarrassing. He hurt Dominic and then kind of just coasted since that. You know what? You know what? I might have to go coming out party, man. Kyler Phillips. Pedro's such a fucking hard fight, bro. But, Kyler Phillips. I believe in the coaching staff, actually, over there. What is their team name? Am I tripping? What the fuck is their team name? Yeah, fighting at it. MMA Lab. There we go. Yeah. Let's go. We're going MMA Lab on this one. Just purely off of coach. I feel like they could break down Pedro Munoz. Kyler Phillips. I think it's about time he breaks into that top 15. So, yeah, I'm going him. Now, Mateusz Gamrot versus Rafael dos Anjos. Now, this is at lightweight. It's very interesting because Rafael dos Anjos he does cut a lot of weight. And his last fight at lightweight, if I'm not mistaken, was against Rafael Fiziev. Yeah, so he lost to Vicente Luque at welterweight. He's been man, yeah. Rafael Fiziev knocked him out at lightweight. He submitted Ryan Barberena at welterweight. He also beat Renato Moicano, who we found out is a legit contender at lightweight. Rafael dos Anjos, man, 39 years old. Yeah, I don't know, man. A couple years ago, I would have told you that RDA was a sleeper to sneak into that top 5 and start fighting for the title if he was determined and disciplined enough to stay down at 155. But With all this time off, with moving up and down, I never like people who are moving up and down in weight classes. I'm a big fan of RDA, but I think Mateusz Gamrot is gonna take this one. I think he's probably gonna pace him out, even though RDA has a legit, like, crazy, legit ground game. Never gets tired really, and has legit stand up as well. I think Mateusz Gamrot's just gonna out scramble him in the wrestling department. Maybe won't be able to hold him down, but I think he'll be able to land enough and control enough of the 3 round fight that he'll get this one done. Macy Barber versus Katlyn Chookagian. Macy Barber, if I'm not mistaken, she's on a 5 fight win streak. However, she still doesn't get her head off the center line, man. Yeah, she still doesn't get her head off the center line. She still takes some punishment. Um, she went all the way to decision with Jessica I. It seems like she has been getting better. It seems like she has been getting better. Not at the rate I would like. Um, I'm not really sure who her coaches are. Katlyn Chookagian is 35. That's old for a female, man. I'm gonna go Macy Barber. Fuck it. Chookagian, though, very nice kickboxing. Matter of fact, let me just fuck it. Yeah, she's coming off that loss to Manon Farrow. That was actually a really good fight. She beat Amanda Hebas. She beat Jennifer Maya. She's really the gatekeeper at this fucking flyweight division, man. She beat Viviane Arujau. She reminds me of about Holly Holm. I'm talking about, like, it almost seems like she doesn't even age. But yeah, I'm going. It would suck to see Macy Barber have another setback, but I'm just feeling it coming. I'm gonna go Katlyn Chookagian on this one. All right, yeah, it's now made up versus Curtis Blades. Jesus Christ, this is on the prelims. UFC 299. Like I said, man, this shit is stacked. How does it compare to 300? Now that we're closer to 299 and it's actually about to happen, no pullouts and shit like that, I might actually be going 300. I think 300 might be a better card. Now, this one's stacked, don't get me wrong, but what do you think about that? With that being said, Curtis Blades versus Yailton Almeida. We all know about Curtis Blades' wrestling. His stand-up is only getting better. Yailton Almeida, now, Curtis Blades' weakness is a guy who will put you out in one shot, and that most of the time can't wrestle. So, if you can't wrestle, but you could put someone out in one shot, I'm choosing you over Curtis Blades, but this isn't that type of fight. He's going against a guy in Yailton Almeida who is a fucking pure grappler. Pure grappler. He's not scared to stand, but he's really not going to play that game. He's going to try and take you down every fucking time. I remember the way he actually beat up, who was it? The way he beat up Shamil Abdurakhmanov was actually quite embarrassing. They put him in a sequence, and then they used just sequence after sequence, beat him up that first round. The dude got tired. He stood with him for a little while to get some ring time, and then was able to take him back down, put him in another sequence. Now, it's going to be a hard time to take Curtis Blades down, and Curtis Blades is very sharp on the feet as well, and he's only getting better. 80-inch reach, 1-inch height advantage. He's coming off of that knockout loss to Sergey Pavlovich. He had a TKO win over Tom Aspinall. That was honestly, I thought he was winning the boxing exchanges against Tom Aspinall too. Before that injury happened, he knocked out Chris Dawkins. Yeah, bro, his boxing has been getting better. Fuck, we'll see. We'll see. I think he could hurt Yailton. But is he gonna be able to stop the wrestling? Who that's actually really, I'm actually going Yailton Almeida. Yeah, I think what's making me do this is because Curtis Blades has been focusing so much on his striking that I wonder, has he been focusing on the wrestling as much? Is he still staying consistent with it, or is he determined to prove that he's an exciting fighter and that kind of business? Is he gonna stick with that jab? Is he gonna plant his feet and stay in the middle? If he does, I don't see that being very lucrative for him because Yailton Almeida is really good at wrestling, really good ground game, and that combination is a dangerous one. Um, Wrestler on their back isn't really too good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Yelton Almeida. I think he's surging right now, and I can't see a world to where he's not fighting for the title in the next year or so. So I'm gonna go Yelton Almeida for that one. Now we get to the main card. This is what we've been waiting for, right? Petr Yan versus Song Yadong. Who's the best boxer in the bantamweight division? Hmm. Mm. Song Yadong makes a lot of mistakes. For as good as he is, and as good at boxing as he is, he does make a lot of. I wouldn't even really call him a mistake. I would say he does take a while to adjust in his fights. And I think Petr Yan actually is better at making adjustments in his fights. I mean, the way he adjusted against Sean O'Malley was brilliant. The way he adjusted with Corey Sandhagen was brilliant, given the fact that Corey Sandhagen did have a short notice camp. He couldn't adjust against Aljamain Sterling, which is a little concerning, but I don't think that the guy's going to try and out wrestle him and keep him on the ground. The dude's going to try and stand with him and throw. And that's not really all that good of a idea with Petr Yan, right? Let's see their age. Yan is 31. They have the same reach. Yeah, Song Yadong, he's often in close fights, man. And if you're in a close fight or it's not much going on, Petr Yan just kind of seems to win those ones, you know? But as good as Song Yadong is, he was touching up Corey Sandhagen too. He was touching up Corey Sandhagen. He beat Chris Gutierrez in a 5-round decision. Knocked out Ricky Simone. That was a really good fight. Knocked out Marlon Moraes. Man, I would hate to see Petr Yan lose again. I think the boxing exchange, yeah. Damn, I think Yan actually might lose this one. I'm gonna go Song Yadong. And he's been training with really good guys too. He's not just out of Team Alpha Man anymore. He's been training actually in Austin, Texas with those guys like Andrew Tackett and a lot of high level jiu-jitsu guys, getting his ground game on point. His boxing's already on point. He beat Cheeto Vera. He's had very, very tough fights, so much experience going against guys like Corey Sandhagen. He was doing very well in that fight. Corey was able to take him down, but he kept getting back up. It got ended off that cut, which I think, yeah, sure, it was a nasty cut, but I think he could have kept fighting through it. I'm going to go Song Yadong. I really like Song's fighting style. That's a very hard one, though. I really wouldn't bet money on that one. Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. Now, this might be a hot take. I'm not sure who the favorite is here, but I'm going Jack Della Maddalena. I think Gilbert Burns has done better with getting his head off the center line. He's been making those adjustments. But Jack Della Maddalena, I think, to be honest, I can see him going southpaw in this one. That way, it confuses Gilbert Burns. That way, it keeps longer distance and gap between him and Gilbert Burns. That way it's harder to shoot for takedowns. He has to cover more distance. It leaves that gap to get sniped. Jack Della Maddalena has really good boxing from both stances. The way he was able to stay technical with Kevin Holland and outpoint him, even though I thought Kevin Holland might have won that one, the way he was able to stay technical was very impressive. Now he did almost lose to Bezo Hafez. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that is it's not a bad deal. Bezo he took that one on short notice and he just came in there to really fucking throw hands and wrestle. Um but yeah, man, I think the youth, Gilbert Burns, he's a danger to anyone. He gets them on the ground and it's almost night immediately. So God. Australians can't wrestle, but I'm still going Jack Della Maddalena. Yeah, he's been taking grappler after grappler. He's been having to increase every fight that he's had. I think his wrestling will be up to par. I think he's gonna go southpaw, like I said, try and catch him in that middle space. and use that jab to a T, go to the body. I can see all of that happening. A couple of stuff takedowns, and I can see Gilbert Burns starting to slow down a little bit. We'll see, but I'm gonna be going Jack Della Maddalena. I'm going youth on this one. Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page. Venom Page is a dangerous guy, man. A lot of you guys don't know about him because he was fighting in Bellator or whatever. His 2 losses came from Diego Lima. Diego Lima, now, keep in mind, he was beating up Diego Lima in the first one until he got calf kicked and got knocked out as he was getting up, which was just a freak accident. Yes, he ended up losing. After that, if we go back and look at his record, Douglas Lima, not Diego Lima, Douglas Lima. Oh, he ended up winning a split decision. Okay, so he got that one back. Yeah, so he hasn't been fighting the competition, obviously, that Kevin Holland has. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say he has. But the motherfucker can fight. I don't care who you are, and I don't care what promotion you're fighting for. If you can fight, you can fight. So he comes a little bit about his background. He comes from a point karate background. That's why he carries that style. That's why he's so exciting. That's why he is fucking around with everybody, and he'll throw you off. He'll throw you off. But one guy, if there's one guy who I know can fight against that kind of style, it's Kevin Holland, because he also will fuck around and throw you off. But the difference between the two is that Kevin Holland has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He actually doesn't have bad wrestling. He's willing to mix it up. And the way they close the gap, they're all the way in or they're all the way out. They're both very long. I think Michael Venom Page might be a better striker than Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland might carry a little bit more power, but Venom Page has had no problem knocking people out in the past. I can see Kevin Holland closing the distance on one of Venom Page's long crosses, darting into range, get him in the clinch and taking him down. He's not going to make the same mistake that he made with Wonder Boy, to where he's trying to let him back up and shit like that. He could have beaten Wonder Boy. He could have finished him. He could have finished him on the ground after he dropped him and whatnot. You know, there was a lot of things there that Kevin Holland fucked up, but I think he's going to take this one more seriously. He's a big welterweight, tall, lanky, rangy, no homo, and yeah, I think he's gonna be able to get this one. I think it's gonna happen on the ground. Mark my word. Now, Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis. I'm scared for Dustin. We all love Dustin Poirier, right? But this one does scare me. Dustin goddamn Poirier. So he's going against another grappler, Benoit Saint Denis. Now, keep in mind, this guy's a terrorist. Sorry, shouldn't say that. He's a terrorizer. He's a marauder, a fucking Viking. Benoit Saint Denis is going to come in there and he's going to look for the finish. He's going to push the pace and he's not going to slow down. The last person Dustin Poirier fought that was similar to Benoit Saint Denis was Charles Oliveira. Except this guy, Benoit Saint Denis, is a southpaw as well. So he's going against a guy, southpaw, who's going to come forward. He wants you to grapple with him. He wants you to shoot in, clinch up, whatever it takes to get it to the ground. But he's also going to throw as hard as he can every single second of the fight. We saw what he did to Matt Favola. He knocked him out. And in my opinion, Dustin Poirier he's been getting style-friendly fights. Justin Gaethje was even a style-friendly fight. He had already beaten Dustin. Michael Chandler was a style-friendly fight. Now, he submitted Michael, who is a good wrestler, good jiu-jitsu. Charles was not a style-friendly fight. Conor was a style-friendly fight. Dan Hooker was a style-friendly fight. Now, but Dustin knows what he's getting into. That's what makes me a little bit more confident in Dustin Poirier. He knows what he's getting into, but he's going against a 28-year-old who, granted, doesn't get his head off the center line. I think Dustin, if he stays disciplined with his jab, can eat him up. But something's telling me Benoit's going to slip a jab, get into a grappling exchange, and if he doesn't get the first takedown, go for a second. If he doesn't get the second, go for a third. Kind of like Khabib said. And when he gets you down to the ground, I mean, I've seen this guy submit so many people. He finished Gabriel Bonfim just by slamming his back leg into Gabriel Bonfim until Gabriel finally decided to close the gap and then get into the wrestling exchanges. Benoit just was a step ahead in every grappling exchange. Ended up taking his back right before the end of the first round and choked him out with a body triangle, which is tough to do. I think Dustin's been living comfortable. He's 35. He's made a lot of money. He's been a champion. I think Benoit Saint Denis gets this one, man. And it's not just because he was a special forces agent and is a Viking and has 5 finishes in a row, but it's because he can finish you on the feet. He's born for the carnage. So is Dustin, but he's not only born for the carnage in striking, he's born for the carnage in grappling as well, and he's not going to stop. I've seen Dustin Poirier stop quite a few times in those wrestling exchanges, which is why people get the advantage over him in those grappling exchanges, like Khabib. Now, moving on. So, I have BSD, I have Kevin Holland, I have Jack Della Maddalena, and then I have Song Yadong. Man, I feel like I'm going underdogs on this one. This is a little, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these picks, but I gotta go with what the heart says, man. And in the main event for UFC 299, we're finally getting into it, man. The heart is saying Sugar Sean O'Malley's gonna win this one. I can just see Sugar Sean O'Malley coming out, side kicking the knee. Um, I can see a couple of inside low kicks, maybe even side kick to the body, but I'm really seeing that side kick to the knee, a lot of switching stances. One thing Marlon Vera has a problem with is he likes to go after people, right? And what I mean by that is the timing on his striking. He likes to go after you strike, and then he'll close the distance, and then he'll try to find his shot, and he'll let you throw out things out in the water to where you're gonna waste a little bit of energy before he really gets started, right? Now, Sean O'Malley, and I broke this one down. This is the one fight I did an ultimate breakdown on. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Sean O'Malley, I don't think he's just gonna come and try to lay everything on Chito Vera's guard. He fought him before. He knows how Chito fights. He knows he's gonna come with that high guard. It'd be pretty stupid if the power puncher or the sniper in Sean O'Malley just lets everything go on Marlon Vera's guard. I think he's gonna go high low. I think he's gonna add in a lot of feints, a lot of switching stances. He's a very tricky style, and I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots a couple of takedowns to get Marlon Vera down, just to control the range, not only with the striking, but with the grappling as well, similar to Corey Sandhagen and what he did. Now, Corey did end up fatiguing just a little bit to where Marlon Vera was able to capitalize a little bit in the later rounds, but it definitely shouldn't have been a split decision. Wasn't even a close fight. Corey Sandhagen definitely destroyed him. And I think that this one's going to be a better fight for Marlon. I think that if Sean O'Malley does just let loose on Chito Vera's high guard, that's the best chance of victory that Chito's going to have. I think if Chito Vera starts going to the body, we'll see a fourth round, and that'll really bring the dog out of Sean O'Malley, similar to the Petr Yan fight. But if Chito Vera is headhunting, if Chito Vera is looking to just absorb shit on his guard and stay on the outside until maybe the third or fourth round, or like with fucking Rob Font, look to land one shot every round, one big shot every round. I don't think that's gonna work. I think Sean O'Malley's gonna be too fast. I think he's gonna throw out a lot of information and try and overload Chito Vera's brain. And I can see a knockout in the third round, and I can see a knockout in the fourth round for Sean O'Malley. Not sure which one yet, but it can also be a 5-round decision. I wouldn't be surprised if Marlon Vera really makes it a little bit of a boring fight. And I think that's the best course to victory Marlon Vera might have, making it a boring fight. But yeah, I'm taking Sugar Sean O'Malley. I think his style's just too sweet to lose, right? So there you have it. There's my UFC 299 predictions. Wow. That took a little while, huh? 40 minutes into this live stream. All right. So, guys, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and post that later for you guys. However, while I still have you guys, let's go ahead and preview One Fight Night 20 all-girls card. Now, I say all-girls card, and that might throw some of you off, but don't let it. Really don't don't let it throw you guys off because these girls fucking throw down. And one of the girls that throw down is Alicia Helen Rodriguez, who is going to be in the co-main event against Cristina Morales, who is a Spaniard. And you know how Spaniards fight. From watching Ilia Topuria, you can already tell that's going to be a banger of a fight. But a couple of the fights I am very interested in. Martina Kershinska. She just beat the fuck out of this last girl. Yeah, Wonder Girl. She beat the hell out of Jerome Sock, and she just doesn't stop, man. She's a machine. She's a terrorizer. She has insane cardio, and this girl has lost every fucking fight she has had in one championship. So we might be seeing a setup fight here, just a little bit. Yeah, she hasn't had bad fights, but she lost a majority decision to Jackie Boonton. Supergirl beat her. Yeah, I can see this one being a little bit of a setup fight, but Martina Krzyzewski, I think Krzyzewska, damn. I think you should definitely tune in to watch her if you are interested in getting better at Muay Thai or just adding things to your game. That's going to be a very exciting one. Regardless, win or lose, whoever, I think it's going to be a very exciting one. Laura Fernandez, she is also a scrapper. She comes to fight every single time. Jackie Boone Tan out of the U.S., representing U.S. Muay Thai. She is going to come to throw down. She is a finisher. She's a scrapper. Jackie Boone Tan's a lat. She's on a 2-fight win streak. Deandria Martin is a good win. Amber Kitchen is also a good win. She lost to Smilla Sundell. Now, Smilla Sundell is like an 18-year-old giant for the weight class, and she can take a lot of punishment, which is why it went to unanimous decision, because she could take a lot of punishment, but she'll keep on coming forward. Part of that's her youth. But this girl has only lost She's only lost one fight inside of one championship. Jackie Boonton is a rising star in the promotion. She's going against Martine Micheletto, the Italian queen, who also defeated Amber Kitchen, who's a legitimate Muay Thai fighter. She won by decision. You know, this girl's long, which I think could give Jackie Boonton some problems. But I want to see if Jackie Boonton could get in on the inside, throw some elbows, even if it's not to the face, to the body. And I want to see how she deals with this taller, lankier style, since she lost to Samila Sindel. Now, another fighter who has fought Samila Sindel is Alicia Helen Rodriguez, and she fought her like a damn dog. She did get finished in the last round, or in the third round, should I say. But it was only because she let everything go on Samila's face. Now, if you, let's see if we could pull up actually a highlight of that, because these girls were throwing. So this is the last round where she got finished. Samila Sindel, you can see how big she is. Alicia Helen Rodriguez did move up a weight class in order to fight her. But if you want to look at a couple of her other highlights, this girl comes forward. She gets into that boxing range, and she is going to throw with you. She beat Stamp Fairtex. Let's go ahead and check out that highlight just so you can see. She beat Stamp in Muay Thai, busted up her nose. Alicia Helen Rodriguez is a goddamn animal, and I can see. Oh, what just happened? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we're back. Right? Okay. So, back to what I was saying. Now, yeah, I wanna see how she deals with this Christina Morales, because Christina Morales is no slouch. I saw her just take on Supergirl, and she really beat her up. This wasn't kickboxing, but her boxing exchanges is really what impressed me. fighting out of Spain. Like I said, you know how they fight. Look at these boxing exchanges. Going hooks to the body, angles off, throws the high kick. Man, Supergirl is really, just out of her element. Look at this. She was knocked down on her feet right there. Her only loss in one championship is to Anissa Mexen, who it was the number one pound for pound kickboxer on the planet. Now, this is Muay Thai. This is not kickboxing, which is why I'm choosing Alicia Helen Rodriguez. Christina Morales has nasty combinations, but 4-ounce gloves is a little bit different. I don't know how used to it she's going to be. Alicia Helen Rodriguez has fought in 4-ounce gloves a lot, and maybe she's coming out of that knockout loss to Samila Sundell, but again, that was upper weight class. I don't think that's going to hurt her confidence. She's a Muay Thai fighter. She's going to come forward. I can see her putting on an elbow clinic in this one. Now, speaking of an elbow clinic, we have Janet Todd. This is a kickboxing fight. So that makes it very interesting because Pachita is the interim kickboxing world champion. Janet Todd is the current kickboxing world champion. But Pachita is also the Muay Thai world champion. And so, with that being said, Janet Todd has a style that is mainly for kickboxing. Now, Janet Todd is long. She uses a lot of straight punches. She actually lost to Helena Rodriguez, in which she has taken a lot of time off. I mean, it's almost a year since she last fought, but she beat Laura Fernandez. Alma Junico was a really good fight. She beat Stamp Fairtex as well in a split decision. So, like I said, these girls are legit. It's Stamp Fairtex, if y'all don't know who that is. 3-sport world champion. I don't know how much else I have to say about her. She's one of the most popular fighters in one championship. So, yeah. But yeah, Janet Todd is a legit fighter. Like I said, she's been out for almost a year. Pachita is coming off of that win against Anissa Mexen. She is 5-0 in one championship, and she's had 4 knockouts. So that should tell you. Like I said, these girls throw down. She's beaten everyone who stepped in front of her. Pretty much everyone by knockout. She really just picked apart Anissa Mexen in kickboxing. A lot of fast hand combinations. I think she's going to be able to get on the inside. She can't throw elbows, which is because it's kickboxing. And 4-ounce gloves, I'd definitely be choosing Pachita. But it's a little bit different now because she's fighting Janet Todd in kickboxing, who is longer. She's going to be using the push kick. She's going to be using the straight punch, look to angle off, round kick, which is going to be interesting to see Pachita deal with. But I think that forward pressure is going to get to Janet Todd, and I think I can see Pachita winning. Now, those are my picks for One Fight Night 20. Guys, let me know how you like it. Let me know how you are going to be watching this fight and your picks for this fight as well. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream of Nwadei MMA. And, yeah, leave your comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you like One Championship content, because we're constantly trying to talk more and more about it and bring you guys into the One Championship community, as well as UFC, PFL. Oh, and speaking of PFL, Cedric Doumbe and that stoppage. Guys, that shit was ridiculous. I mean, Mark Goddard, now he's been in a lot of these positions. I don't know why it's always him, but he's been in a lot of these positions with these early stoppages. It seemed like his dick was hard, and he just wanted to have a big guy moment, and he stopped that fight. I don't know why he stopped the fight. It said so what? If you're not familiar with what happened, Cedric Doumbe had glass in his foot, or a splinter in his foot, whatever it was. He wanted a timeout, right? And the ref said, "I'm gonna stop it. You can't call a timeout. I'm gonna stop it." So then, instead of calling a timeout, he told his opponent that he has glass in his foot or some shit like that. His opponent backs up and looks at the referee, pretty much to allow Doumbe to try and take it out of his foot. And the ref comes in, stops it. Now, you could say Doumbe shouldn't have stopped the fight. He should have just fought with it. You could say this, whatever. You haven't been in there probably. Just let the man fight. Take the shit. You have gloves on. You could take it out probably. it's the main event. We all want to watch the fight. Don't get your dick hard trying to stop this fight because you want to be in control of the fight or the center of attention. Sometimes referees do that, and I don't know if it's for them wanting to, yeah, be the star of the show or just to have control of the octagon or whatever the case may be. But these guys were fighting tough, pretty tough. We all wanted to see the end of the fight. Nobody was happy with the end result. You stepped in and you made a decision that didn't need to be made, in my opinion. But what do you guys think about that? I already gave my initial reaction to the fight, and I think a lot of you enjoyed that. But I think they're gonna end up running it back pretty soon. Cedric Doumbe looks like he's gonna have to take care of this guy Baki before he can fight Jason Jackson, who just won the super belt. So that's gonna be interesting. A lot of big things happening for the PFL. But guys, let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys tuning into the live stream, Thursday night live stream on Nwadei MMA. We're gonna be trying to do this every week, so I thank you guys for tuning in. With that being said, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace.